Welcome in. It's the second cut. I'm Rick Gehman. That right there, Greg DuCharme. We are wrapping up the second round of the Worldwide Technology Championship in Cabo. Scoring is absolutely nuts. Greg, it's good to see you, my pal.
It's good to see you too, Rick. Scoring is nuts. That's like it's actually an understatement. We are on watch for a 36-hole scoring record, currently held by Justin Thomas, who shot 59.64 at Waialae, which is a par 70.
Right. So that's 11 under and 6 under. That's 17 under, right?
17 under. But the way I saw the record, at least, it's 123. So we're pretty close to that because we got 61 on the board. So we would need 62. So we got to get two more birdies.
Two more birdies from Nick Dunlap, who just made par on a par 5. He's finishing up on the front 9. So maybe
we need 3 more birdies.
Yeah, maybe 123 is safe. We'll see about that. But either way, low scores. We'll jump into that. But before we do, we'll let that play out for a couple more minutes because I want to turn your attention, Greg, as I always do, to Abu Dhabi, because Tommy Fleetwood and Aaron Rai are co-leaders at the halfway point in Abu Dhabi. This is an event that Rory McIlroy is playing, and a lot of the like Ludwig Oberg is over there. Are we about to just get the absolute Tommy the Destroyer situation for the next run here?
Well, I mean, look, it's funny because it's not that different than what he's always been.
Right.
Like he always plays well at Abu Dhabi, right? He always does. He's very often near the tops of leaderboards. The question is what happens on Sunday. And it does feel like a lid is been lifted and there's a surge of confidence, and we're going to get a really, really good run out of Tommy, who we've always known has all the skills.
A win in Abu Dhabi in both 2017 and 2018. He's got 3 other top 7 finishes since 2020. He won his last start. That was in India. He won the Tour Championship. He played great at the Ryder Cup. He was all over it all year long. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, all those close calls that he had on the PGA Tour season. But 2026, we're not there yet. We're a long way, 2 months to go until we get to 2026. But early favorite year of Tommy Fleetwood in 2026.
Third best player in the world? Second?
All right. So I could get to third. So basically it would just be Scotty, Rory, Tommy is basically what it would be instead of Scotty, Rory, Xander.
Yes, which it's Xander now, and Henley is fourth. Officially in the official world
Tommy is
rankings.
5th. Yeah,
Tommy's 5th. If you do the Rick Run Good rankings,
I think he's 3rd.
I mean, Rory, yeah, you're probably right. Although Xander won his last start too.
Yeah, finally, after all the pressure was lifted, he got to play a 4-round no-cut event with 72 golfers, and he outside of prime time, and he won. Congratulations, Xander.
He did win 2 majors last year.
Yeah, that was last year. This is a what have you done for me lately business.
All right, what's the better win? India, DP World Tour, a course where you can't even hit driver, or Japan?
Well, just by best player, Rory McIlroy was in the India field.
Yeah, and he's in this one. He's in this one too.
And he was not in Japan.
All right. And neither was Scotty.
And Scotty didn't play either of them. But yeah,
all right. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think Tommy Fleetwood is the 3rd best player in the world right now.
That'll look a lot better if when we chat on Sunday he has won this. I'll feel better about it. But either way, he's been great. Aaron Rai and he are both 14 under par. They're 2 shots clear of the rest of the pack, but it's certainly not over yet. Shane Lowry lurking. Alex Noren has been awesome. He's only 4 shots back. You know, there's a lot of golf still to be played over in Abu Dhabi. Let's get you back to Cabo here, and let's put some numbers to the scores. Round 1 was ridiculous. 2.5 strokes under par We saw a pair of 61s. That was from Nick Dunlap and Sammy Valimaki. The scoring average today on Friday is nearly a full shot better than that. They're honing in on 3.5 strokes under par, Greg. So that means if you are shooting a 69, which is 3 under, you are losing to the field. Pretty tough, pretty easy out there.
Yeah. And this is the thing. There's no wind. This golf course has 70-yard wide fairways, 60-yard wide fairways. What are they? The third biggest greens on the PGA Tour?
Yeah, they're massive.
Like 8,300 square feet.
Yeah,
they're enormous. And then you have no wind. And you have paspalum grass. Paspalum grass is lovely to chip off of, even though you don't have to chip here. Hardly ever. Although, I mean, it looks like when Tiger designed this, he designed it with runoffs being the defense, like around the greens.
Right.
Because there are some runoffs that leave some tricky shots. But you're off paspalum into the greens. They're like, this property looks to be pretty firm right now, but the ball stops. Paspalum greens. Right. They're rolling beautifully. Like, they're well maintained. They just don't get scary putting downhill. Paspalum greens. So I love playing on paspalum. It's a wonderful surface. But when you give these guys paspalum, no wind, no penalty for an errant tee shot, they're going to do what they're doing now. Make birdies.
The cut line. Somewhere between 5 under and 6 under par. 5 under might get you in. You'd feel a lot more comfortable at 6 under. There still are some guys out on the golf course. They did not finish round number 1 on Thursday night. They had to stop for darkness. So we'll see if they can get this thing in tonight. Let me get you, Greg, to the current, up to the moment leader in the clubhouse, which this could change shortly. But Matty Schmidt is done. 64-63. That is 17 under. That is a total of 127. You were quite high on Matty Schmidt coming into the week. We talked about him on the Tuesday show, talked about his ability to kind of be long off the tee and get that putter rolling. Probably no surprise to you that he has not made a bogey yet this week. He went out in 29 today on Friday and is playing some stellar golf.
Well, look, it sets up really well for a Matty Schmidt because in these conditions, you're not seeing a lot of reward or punishment for accuracy. You know, either way, it's like,
yeah.
So all of a sudden, it becomes a distance contest. Distance becomes an advantage, and putting is the next piece. So we don't have strokes gain data this week, but like you can look at some of these numbers, and this is crazy. Matty Schmidt hit all 14 fairways yesterday. That was tied first. Round 2, he hit 12 of 14 fairways. What place do you think that is in this?
Okay, field? Well, I'm cheating because I had already pulled this up.
Right,
so,
tied tied 85th.
Yes.
Tied 85th. He missed 2 fairways.
There are still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if we're on this. I don't know if we're both up to like the same updating speed, but I think there are 7 guys who have not missed a fairway this week.
I saw the same thing. 6. I guess I have 6.
You might be ahead of me then. Somebody might have just missed one.
Yeah. I don't know who it was. Must have been a terrible shot. Maybe they rip-topped it. I don't know what happened. But Matty Schmidt, again, you're talking he's missed 2 fairways and 2 greens through 2 rounds. Right. Done. 36 holes. And that's like expected. So now when that's expected, it's great that you're doing that. You have to do it, but it's not separating you from the field. So how do you separate from the field? You do it with the putter. That's why I liked Matty Schmidt so much coming in, because that putter had been like, you got length and you got a great ability on the greens to get hot. You don't know that it's going to happen, but it just increases the likelihood. And clearly, I mean, he shot 29 Shot 29 going out today on the back nine. He cooled off on the front, quite frankly. It's unacceptable.
missed some shots. This would be a pretty significant move for him. So he entered the week 70th in the FedEx Fall. If this ended right now, he would be 52nd. So he would get access to the first two signature events, right? If he falls into that 50 to 60 range. So this would be big with only now 2.5 events to go in the fall.
A second, like you said, 52nd. I mean, with only 2 events left, that probably locks you up.
Probably safe.
For the first. So you keep your card and you're playing in the first 2 signature events of the year. That's really impressive. And if he goes out and wins, you add the RBC Heritage because there's no more Century. There's no Century this year. Those winners will get into the RBC Heritage. So that's, a pretty healthy, pretty substantial avenue to getting into a significant number of signature events.
Matty Schmid, as of right now, alone in second. Ben Griffin charging. Would need a miracle to catch Matty Schmid, but looks like he's going to be in the mix on the weekend. He's currently 7 under par with 2 holes to play. Started his Friday off with a bang. He made eagle on number 1, which is playing as the easiest hole on the golf course. He's 4 shots off the pace right now, 2 holes to go. He was the betting favorite, Greg. He was right there with JJ Spawn, the only 2 Ryder Cuppers in this field, continuing his great 2025 even here into the fall.
Oftentimes, Rick, when you get tournaments like this, golf courses, venues, scoring conditions like this, it doesn't bode well for the really highly ranked players in the field. Typically, those guys make their money on difficult golf courses because their game, it gives them an edge, right? They have an edge in some area where everybody else doesn't. But what's so interesting about Ben Griffin is he's like grown up on playing this schedule.
Yeah,
like this is a normal event for him, and his game is just really good. So he's just piling up birdies. He's not making any mistakes. Ben Griffin is just doing Ben Griffin. And here we go. He's at 14 under. I don't know what the odds look like now, but if I were setting them, I would have him as the favorite, even though he's 4 shots back right now.
Yeah, holes in hand, within a couple of shots going into the weekend. Best player in the field. He was the leader coming into the tournament, or excuse me, the favorite coming into the tournament. And I can look right now and tell you it's close, but he is the favorite to win this golf tournament. We'll talk about that a little bit more in just a few minutes. I want to point out this great. I opened up the stream. I was like, all right, let me get set up. Let's see what's going on. First comment I read was from Amy that says, when will Garrick Higo finally win? First off, Garrick Higo catching a stray for some reason. He won earlier this year. He won Punta Cana earlier this year. He finished runner-up 2 starts ago. He finished 4th at the Bay Current. Amy is expecting a lot of really big things from Garrick Higo right now.
And the win this year was his 2nd win on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, he won Congaree, like his first start.
Yeah, it was his 2nd start. He played the PGA Championship the week before. And then
right.
Won. And that was after he won twice on the DP World Tour.
I think it was the U.S. Open.
Might have been. It was one of the majors.
Yes.
And then, boom, and then Congaree.
Yeah, I think it was Torrey Pines, Congaree, wins Congaree, and that was right after, he went back-to-back on the DP.
Yeah. On what were the Canary Islands?
Canary, they had like 2 events in the Canary Islands back to back.
He won them both. But Garrick Higo is clearly confident. Goes out, shoots 65 today. It's a very nice round of golf. Unfortunately, he finds himself in a tie for 13th. So it looks like the drought's going to continue for Garrick Higo.
Amy says, I forgot Higo plays both tours. Yeah, he plays all over the world. Listen, no, he is playing great right now. So 68, 65. That's 65. Yeah. I mean, he played his final 6 holes at 1 over. He went out in 29 and played his second 9 even par. Can't do that. So when I originally had him in the outline, Garrick Higo was inside the top 3 or 4. He has since fallen. He will probably need a perfect weekend, probably need to be the lowest guy on the weekend. There's just too many birdies out there, but it does look like it could be another top 10 for Higo, which would be his 4th in a row if he can do it.
Yeah, which is great, and that's probably what you're shooting for, because you literally, we'll see where this ends up at day's end, but you might need 28 or 30 under to win this tournament, which is just hard to even fathom.
27's the scoring record. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah, it's only been here twice.
Right. And I think EVR 27 under par. That is very much in jeopardy right now.
And EVR shot 28 on his last 9
Yeah.
to do that. That was pretty crazy and pretty emotional. That scoring record looks like it's going to go down this week. There's not going to be much wind over the weekend, but even lighter than it's been the first 2 days here.
Did not know that was possible.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It says on the weather report it's like 7 to 14. That's nothing other than cooling you off.
It's nothing
out here. It's going to be 6 to 12 both days over the weekend. Just more perfect weather for scoring.
The man, I guess he's no longer at the top of the leaderboard. He must have just made a double. He did. Okay. Breaking news.
So Matty Schmid is the man on top of the leaderboard.
Breaking news. Matty Schmid has taken the lead. Yes, alone, a solo lead at 17 under because Nick Dunlap just made a mess of number 7, his 16th hole of the day. So I was about to sing all of the great praises of Nick Dunlap, Greg, who this is a phenomenal story. So he shoots 61 yesterday, best round of the day, goes out in 30. It has the lead to himself. He just made a double bogey 6 on the par 4 7th, which was a penalty shot, OB or somewhere. He reloaded from the tee box and ended up making double. That has been the problem, right? The driver is literal yips, but on a golf course with 70-yard wide fairways, he's been getting away with it. The rest of his game's been just fine. Nick Dunlap, little bit of a disaster here.
That is pretty wild. He is, well, there's a couple things that are wild. So he had to reload off the tee. I don't know where he hit it. I don't know what happened. But this is the concern. He's 175th this year in strokes gained off the tee, right? Hitting 48% of his fairways. It's as bad as it can get off the tee. Just think about this, what this guy's going. This is the first amateur to win a PGA Tour event in 30 years. Okay, a superstar player who shoots 90 in a golf tournament this year on the PGA Tour in a major. 90. There's something going on. And he knows that. He's talked about that, the struggles with the driver. And you come out here, when you're dealing with that kind of issue, a 70-yard wide fairway isn't wide enough. Because your start lines are just, they vary so much. The curve varies so much. There's no fairway wide. You'd miss number 1 at St. Andrews. You could. So it was great to see him. I mean, I'm looking at yesterday's round as a sign that, okay, we are gaining confidence. Now, he may look at the shot and say, all right, I got a lot of room here. I feel at ease, so I can make a good swing. Now, all of a sudden, 60, 70 yards is very helpful. And perhaps when it gets a little narrower, something starts changing in the mind, and it leads to a different swing. That's all very possible. But I do think this performance so far from Nick Dunlap is a very good sign of for him and his confidence. This double at 7 is, again, I didn't see it, but it's very unfortunate.
Yeah, I want to see what he does on 8, because this, the Nick Dunlap story is only rivaled by the Michael Kim story. The wins, then the drought, then you mentioned it. First amateur to win a PGA Tour event since Phil Mickelson, 30 some odd years. Then he goes through a just pretty dismal missed cut streak, snaps out of it with a win at Barracuda, goes through another just completely dismal. You mentioned he's 175th in strokes gained off the tee. I will put a little note on that. That's dead last. There are only 175 golfers qualified for that stat. So it is not getting worse than that. It's not like there's 300 guys.
Yeah.
That's dead
and
last.
He's long.
Yes. And
very long.
What if he wins this? He's just going to like win one every 30 events and miss the other 29 cut. I mean, this would be a because it's not like the problem is fixed, right? It's just he's got a great golf course for letting it fly wherever he wants. It's not like the problem is fixed. He really could win this and miss like 20 straight cuts.
I think if Nick Dunlap wins this week, the problem is a lot closer to being fixed. There's a confidence level that will really it's hard for me to say this is just the course. The course is a big boost. Don't get me wrong, but this is the kind of thing that allows you to find it. It allows you to feel like you've got control over your golf ball. I don't know. I don't think you understand like how hard it is to shoot a 61 and not know where the ball is going to go. Like if you're shooting 61, you know where the ball is going to go. You have some control over it. So I don't see this as a guy that's hanging on by a thread. Although maybe he is. You know, like I said, I didn't see what he did on number 7, and I don't have shot tracer. So I don't know why or how he loses a ball there on number 7. But I think this will do wonders for him going forward.
I mean, I hope he wins it, and I hope he just starts putting this. He's going to be 22 next month. He's a child. He is, having basically turning pro multiple years ahead of schedule because of that win and taking the opportunity that was afforded to him. Just like take it now and don't look back. I would like to see him have a lot of success. I do not want to see him deal with this for a long time.
No, it's not fun. It's a very uncomfortable thing that I think every golfer feels. Right. It's a terrible, terrible thing. And you've never felt it when it's your living and you have a young career. You know, this is what Smiley Kaufman dealt with. Smiley Kaufman shot 61 to win a PGA Tour event. And he's the same age as the Jordan Spieths and Justin Thomases, and he's broadcasting because of the driver. The rest of his game is plenty good, so it's a very serious thing that I hope he can fix. He's too talented, he's too good to deal with this, and there's too much in front of him. So I'm with you, Rick. I hope he can.
Ben Griffin, Taylor Moore, Nick Dunlap, all with 2 holes to go. Sammy Valamaki's got 3 holes to go, along with Francesco Molinari and Andrew Putnam. The rest of the top of the board is pretty much done. They all chase down Matty Schmidt at 17 under. Our friends in the desert, like you mentioned, Greg, are giving the nod to Ben Griffin. He is 3-1 to win the WWT Championship. Matty Schmidt not far behind, 3.5-1. Nick Dunlap and Sammy Valimaki are about 6-1. And then everybody else is double digits or longer. Chad Ramey, 10-1. Victor Perez, 12-1. Before I ask you about who, just looking at this leaderboard, and we kind of alluded to this with Higo trying to make up ground. It's kind of hard to make up ground when you're going to have to shoot a 61 or 62 to do it. You know what I mean? You're not going to get much help, in my opinion, from somebody just ejecting themselves from the tournament. You're going to have to be nearly perfect to make up ground.
If you're at 11 under where Garrick Higo is, see now all of a sudden 17's the lead. That's 6 back. I think you can make that up, right? If you shoot 63, 63, I know that's great playing, but it's very doable.
It's out there. Yeah.
Right. What is so 63 would be 18 under?
Yeah, that would be one shot better than what Matty Schmidt has already done.
Yeah. So hey, you got to be the best to win. So right, the best second half, could that be 18 under? That could win. Yes, I think so. If Matty Schmidt shot 66, and you're in that case, you're at a tie. That'd be good golf from Matty Schmidt, and it'd be great golf from somebody at 11 under. So I'm comfortable saying that anybody at 11 under par or better is in the mix. 10 under, I mean, maybe like Thorbjorn Olsen. But boy, like you said, Rick, it's going to take near perfection for that to happen.
Don't see much of a, weather wave, something like that happening where you could get lucky and pick up a shot, get out there before the other guy. I think you're just going to have to shoot the best 2 rounds of the weekend.
Yes. Probably both days.
Right.
Which is crazy. So like Rico Hoey, who's in all likelihood going to keep our Rico parlay alive, he's at 9 under.
Yeah.
He goes to shoots 9 under tomorrow, gets to 18. He probably ends up 6 back
right.
heading into Sunday.
Right. Which
my guess is that happens.
The way this board looks, I do the early, like my heart says Nick. I would love Nick Dunlap to win this thing. I would love that. Okay, nothing more. I probably think Ben Griffin is the right place to put your money at like 6-1, or I'm sorry, at 3-1. But this is just a great spot for Matty Schmidt. I thought you were all over it on Tuesday. I was looking at it on Tuesday and like, yeah, if there's a spot, I don't know. I'm not so sure. He looks great. I think he might just win this thing.
He looks great.
Yeah.
This is the hard thing. I know how Ben Griffin's going to look. I know how Ben Griffin's going to look. I think Taylor Moore probably plays really well. But there's so many guys in here that are near enough the lead, and I don't know how they're going to perform over the weekend. I don't know what to I don't have an expectation for Matty Schmidt with a 36-hole lead. I don't know what that's going to look like. But there's so many of those guys. I don't know who it is that, because one of them is going to play great over the weekend. Who is it? It's so like, I love Sammy Valimaki on a golf course like this too. Can he pull off a win? Victor Perez, such a great ball striker. Can he make the putts to sustain the 7 under pace? He's probably going to need, he shot 7 under the first 2 rounds. Probably need 2 more of those. Yeah, he could do it. I think if I got to choose Matty Schmidt, who I liked earlier in the week, like you, I think Taylor Moore would be the other guy at 13 under. I just think he's so good and so underrated.
Yeah. Matty Schmidt has got, I mean, they all have a ton to play for, especially with the win. But like Matty Schmidt could make, even without a win, like a solo second would really start his 2026 off very, very well. He cannot, like, he needs to be fully engaged. He can't take T3 can't do T3. We need like solo second or better.
I think he can do it. Set him up for next year. He belongs in the Siggies. Not to get into all of them. But I think Matty Schmidt belongs.
Yeah, I do too. All right. I mean, listen, it's interesting. It's going to be, if you like birdies on the weekend, come and get them because they're going to be out there. Anything else, Greg, before we get out of here on this Friday? We'll be back on Sunday to finalize Abu Dhabi and Cabo, but anything else that I might have missed?
I want to ask you one thing.
Okay.
This is uncomfortable. I have Matty Schmidt on our card, top 20.
Mm-hmm.
10 under right now is T20. Mm-hmm. So he's 7 clear of that mark. Okay. What is more likely? That he wins or finishes outside the top 20?
What is more likely, that he wins or finishes outside the top 20? That he wins. Okay. It is more likely that he wins. Yes, of course. Yeah, he's going to win like 25% of the time. He's not going to finish. He is going to finish inside the top 20 more than 75% of the time. Yes.
We can't have like a 1 under round tomorrow, because then he'll be in like 12th.
No, that was what happened with David Ford, 66-71, and he dropped like an anchor.
Yeah.
One under is just like kiss of death. JJ Spawn's 1 under with 1 hole to go. He's down 32 spot. Yes, you cannot shoot 1 under tomorrow if you're ready.
No. Gotta go shoot 5 under.
Yeah. Need it. Okay. Well, much thanks to Greg DuCharme. You can find him at The Real GFD. You can find me at Rick Run Good. This has been The Second Cut, and we will be back on Sunday.